Our protagonist wakes up in the body of a noble named Liam, who is widely considered a complete failure. Upon realizing he is now in the body of a child, he panics. His father reprimands him for causing a scene but, in a good mood, merely orders Liam to sit and try not to be a disappointment. Liam cannot believe this is real and assumes he will wake up soon. However, the next morning, he is still Liam Hamilton, so he accepts this as his new reality. Shortly after, his personal maid enters the room to help him get dressed. Liam asks her some questions and learns that he is the fifth son of a count and that the party the previous day was to celebrate the birth of his new baby sister. Later, Liam talks with his older brother, Bruno, to better understand his current life. He discovers that Bruno is the fourth son of the Hamilton family, but the family is on the brink of losing its noble status. There is a rule requiring every noble family to achieve something grand within 3 generations, or they will be demoted to commoners. The Hamilton family is in its 3rd generation without any notable accomplishments, making their father and eldest brother, Al, anxious to contribute to society and maintain their status. Bruno, on the other hand, is unfazed by the idea of becoming a commoner, as he is laid back and carefree. Liam is surprised by Bruno's attitude but remains indifferent since he just arrived in this life and has no idea what to do with it. As they talk, their teacher arrives and announces they will begin magic lessons. Hearing the word magic, Liam leaps out of his chair with excitement, asking if he will really get to learn magic. Bruno, surprised by Liam's enthusiasm, mentions that there are grimoires in the family's storage room but warns him not to get his hopes up, as most people lack aptitude for magic. Even so, the teacher encourages Liam to study, explaining that understanding magic is valuable even if he cannot use it. Liam asks the maid to take him to the storage room. There, he finds a book on basic fire magic, opens it, and decides to give it a try. Following the instructions, he manages to create a small flame at his fingertip, an impressive feat for a first attempt. He goes to his father's office to ask permission to use the grimoire library. Although his father dislikes interacting with him, he grants permission indifferently. Despite the disheartening exchange, Liam is thrilled to access the grimoires and spends the following days mastering all the basic elemental spells. He learns to cast spells without consulting the books, which impresses Bruno, who cannot use magic himself. Bruno praises Liam, suggesting he might make a name for himself, but asks if he's training so hard to become the next head of the family. Liam, however, has no interest in succession politics and simply finds magic amazing. After completing the basic spells, Liam decides to learn ice magic. As he leaves the library, his father calls for him, having heard about his magical talent. Despite ignoring him days earlier, his father is now very interested in him. The Count asks for a demonstration, and Liam shows that he can cast spells without grimoires. Overjoyed, the Count sees an opportunity to use Liam to secure the family's status. He allows Liam access to any resources needed to continue his studies. Suddenly, a report arrives about a dangerous man spotted on Hamilton lands. The Count orders soldiers to capture him, but Liam is uninterested and goes to the woods to practice magic. There, he encounters a man sitting under a tree who looks nervous upon seeing him. The man asks if Liam is there to capture him. Liam confirms he is from the Hamilton family but has no interest in capturing anyone and does not even know who the man is. Relieved, the man notices Liam's grimoire and asks if he is studying magic. Liam confirms and mentions he is going to practice, prompting the man to offer to teach him a more efficient way to use magic. Curious, Liam agrees. The man demonstrates a technique that allows him to cast 5 different spells simultaneously. Amazed, Liam eagerly accepts the lesson. He learns quickly, surprising the man by successfully casting 2 spells at once on his first try. When attempting 3 spells, Liam almost succeeds, but the magic dissipates due to a lack of energy. The man explains that the technique requires a significant amount of magical power, and Liam needs to improve his control. The man then teaches Liam an intriguing rule: the technique only works with prime numbers. It is possible to cast 1, 2, or 3 spells simultaneously, but never 4. The man's current limit is 13 spells at once, but he hopes to reach 17 when his energy improves. Fascinated by this discovery, Liam becomes determined to master this unique technique. Liam is currently 12 years old, so the man is confident that, with a solid training routine, he can raise his magical power to great heights. To help with this, the man offers him a special ring. The ring is essentially a massive grimoire, containing all kinds of spells stored within it, allowing Liam to learn them whenever he wants. Excited, Liam puts on the ring, and over 300 spells start flooding into his young mind. He can't wait to test them out, so he turns to the forest and activates the wind shot spell, creating a massive gust of wind. Thrilled with the result, he turns to thank the man, but the man is no longer there. At that moment, Liam's maid appears, warning him that it's dangerous to be alone in the forest right now since there's apparently a suspicious man on the loose. She advises him to be careful when speaking with strangers. Aside from that, she's there to deliver a grimoire that his father wants him to have. She hands over the book and heads back to the mansion. The man then reappears behind Liam. Liam asks where he went, and the man replies that he never left. He just used invisibility magic to hide, as he cannot afford to be found there. Moreover, the grimoire Liam just received is very interesting, so the man offers to show him a trick. He asks Liam to open the grimoire and try summoning a spirit while using the ring he gave him. When Liam summons a fire spirit, the spirit is absorbed into the ring. He does the same with the other elemental spirits, allowing him to call on their help later. However, when he finishes, he notices the man is gone, this time, for good. Before leaving, the man left a message on the ground for Liam: "Keep training your magic, and you will surely become a great mage in the future. And by the way, if anyone asks, I was never here." Liam knows very little about this man, but it's undeniable that he learned more that afternoon than he ever could on his own. For this, he forever respects him as his master. A month after meeting his master, Liam has remained consistent with his training and is now much more skilled in using his magic. One day, Bruno visits Liam and is surprised to see that he managed to create white charcoal on his own. White charcoal burns much hotter than regular charcoal and produces no smoke, making it extremely useful. However, it's almost impossible to produce without a special kiln and extreme precision. Because of this, Bruno is astonished that Liam was able to create so much using only magic. Bruno also notices that Liam has a bag full of Ichor crystals, crystals that help restore spent magical energy, and asks if Liam made them himself. Liam confirms, though he admits he had some difficulty perfecting the technique at first, as it requires the use of 5 types of magic simultaneously. But he eventually succeeded. Bruno is happy to see that his younger brother is so talented because it means he will probably be fine on his own. As for Bruno, he is getting married and won't be around anymore. Liam is shocked, as this is the first time he's hearing about the wedding. Bruno explains that he's marrying into a low-ranking noble family. They have less money than the Hamilton family, but he will have more freedom there, so he's happy with the arrangement. Liam doesn't know how to feel about this, but says he's happy for Bruno. Before leaving, Bruno wants to give Liam some advice. He explains that their father wanted a daughter to marry into the royal family and secure prestige for the Hamilton name. Liam was considered a failure by their father from an early age because, being born a boy, he couldn't be used for the plan to marry a daughter into the royal family to secure the Hamiltons' position. Determined to achieve something to elevate the family name, their father sent a force of 1,000 men to defeat a monster sealed in the forest. However, the plan failed miserably, resulting in the loss of more than 90% of the forces. While their father still seeks a feat to elevate the Hamilton name, Bruno believes the family is doomed. He advises Liam to find a way to live independently. Liam decides to follow his brother's advice and starts selling his products to earn his own money. White charcoal, for example, is highly valuable and yields a good profit, but Liam needs something more lucrative to support himself. During a visit to the city, he stops by a ramen shop and becomes enchanted with the taste of the noodles. Inspired, he has a brilliant idea to create dehydrated noodles that can be prepared instantly by adding hot water. With the help of his spirits, Liam dehydrates the noodles, creating a durable and practical product. He presents his invention to the head chef and his maid, who are impressed by its taste and convenience. Excited, Liam heads to the Merchants Guild to sell his product but is blocked. A merchant informs him that, as the fifth son of the Hamilton family, he needs written permission from his father or eldest brother, Alvid, to market original goods in the region. Liam knows that obtaining this permission would mean losing his profits, so he decides to postpone the plan. It turns out that Alvid instructed the merchant to deny the request, driven by jealousy of Liam's success. Despite this, Liam doesn't give up. Determined to sell his products, he takes drastic measures. He loads his items into a magical box created with the ring he received from the mysterious man and uses summoning magic to create a perfect clone of himself. He sends the clone to a neighboring land, where he doesn't need the Hamiltons' permission to sell. Days later, the clone sends back a message reporting excellent sales, and Liam realizes he is on the right track to achieving his independence. When Liam isn't selling his products, he uses his clone to practice attack spells and has finally learned to control the magic missile spell, which makes him very satisfied. Suddenly, he hears someone approaching, so he dismisses his clone and goes out to see who it is. To his surprise, he discovers it's Al Brevet. Al Brevet wastes no time and immediately asks Liam what he wants to be in the future. Liam realizes that Al Brevet is just trying to figure out if he poses a threat to his position as the family heir. However, Liam has no interest in family politics, so he tells Al Brevet that he wants to become independent in the future. Al Brevet feels relieved, as he won't have to compete with Liam for the succession rights. To help him achieve independence faster, he offers to put in a good word for Liam so he can join the Hunters Guild. Later, Liam goes to the Hunters Guild, and as soon as he enters, all eyes turn to him, as the hunters don't believe a boy like him could be qualified to be there. Liam approaches the counter to meet the guild master, who had already heard about him from Al Brevet but still needs to test Liam's abilities. The guild master asks Liam to cast an offensive spell with any enchantment of his choice, but Liam has never heard of enchantments before and has no idea what the guild master is talking about. The master had expected Liam to be slightly stronger than average since Al Brevet recommended him, but when Liam fires his spell, the guild master nearly has a brush with death. Luckily, Liam had the good sense not to aim directly at him. After calming down, the guild master grants Liam a B rank status. With an official ranking, Liam is ready to complete his first mission, but before he leaves, he is approached by a girl named Asuna. Impressed by Liam's skills, she asks if he wants to form a team with her. Although Liam had planned to work alone, he agrees, and Asuna is thrilled by the news. However, Liam is confused, as neither of them has received a mission yet. Asuna explains that missions are only assigned to A-rank teams or higher, while others must hunt dangerous monsters for bounties. Luckily, they soon come across a wolf monster. Unfortunately, it turns out to be an entire pack, and Asuna isn't sure if they can handle so many. Liam, on the other hand, thinks it will be an easy victory with the two of them working together. He asks Asuna to finish off the wolves after he incapacitates them. Liam summons some earth spirits to serve as bait and distract the wolves. When they attack, Liam makes the spirits expand their bodies, trapping the wolves' jaws. Unable to move, the wolves are taken down one by Asuna. Altogether, 42 wolves are killed. When they present the carcasses to the guildmaster, he is so impressed that he offers them a special mission, to eliminate an armored caterpillar blocking the path of an important person about to visit the city. Liam and Asuna find the caterpillar easily, but they are unable to kill it. All of Asuna's attacks and Liam's magic bounce off its shell. During a break, Asuna jokes that only a meteor could pierce that armor. This idea gives Liam a brilliant inspiration. He asks Asuna to distract the caterpillar while he prepares. Without knowing Liam's plan, she complies. Once the caterpillar is in position, Liam opens his item box and drops a massive boulder onto the monster, killing it instantly. The method is so effective that he manages to kill a second caterpillar found nearby. The guild master, impressed by their performance, offers a reward 5 times higher than the original promise. Days later, when the important visitor arrives in the city, Liam, Asuna, and many locals are present to welcome him. To Liam's surprise, the man, Jam Stanley, seems particularly interested in him. Jam calls for a meeting with Liam, who doesn't know the reason. Jam introduces himself and gets straight to the point, asking how Liam obtained Raymond's ring. Suspecting that Liam stole it, Jam is confronted by Liam, who vehemently denies the accusation and explains how he found Raymond in the forest. After hearing the story, Jam chuckles, as it's just the sort of thing Raymond would do. Jam apologizes and, since he's there, wants to test Raymond's student's strength. He asks Liam to cast his most powerful spell against his assistant, Simone. To amplify his magic missile spell, Liam uses an enchantment he recently learned, reciting the names of his favorite idols, which hold personal significance to him. Apparently, it works because Liam's spellcasting capability jumps from 7 to 11 all at once. Unfortunately, poor Simone can't handle it, and the attack breaks through her shield, hitting her. Jam is impressed with Liam's ability to unleash such high-volume magic and offers him a reward, knighthood. Becoming a knight means Liam is now independent, so Al Brevet will likely stop watching him, as he no longer poses a threat to the succession. Jam, knowing Raymond well, asks if any of his usual pranks have happened to Liam recently. Liam recalls that during his training to master his item box, he accidentally drained the forest lake and found a letter left by Raymond. In the letter, Raymond said he wanted to give Liam 100 kilograms of gold as a graduation gift, but it all sank into the lake. So, he decided to turn the gold into dust and mix it into the river. Liam thinks it was a waste of gold, but Jam believes there's more to it than just a prank. He suggests that Liam investigate. Liam returns to the lake, drains the water again, and uses his item box to separate the gold dust from the water. This activates a hidden door. Inside, Liam finds another note from Raymond, saying that the true graduation gift is a max-level grimoire, as Liam managed to solve the riddle. Raymond never mastered the grimoire, but he believes Liam can use it. Liam examines the grimoire and discovers an interesting spell called Otherworld. After hours of trial and error, he manages to cast the spell, creating a separate dimension under his control. He can open portals to this dimension, and no one can enter without his permission. Enchanted by the possibilities, Liam goes out hunting with Asuna again. They face a giant toad. Liam uses his fire spirits, but it's not enough to defeat the toad, which begins charging a devastating attack. Before they are hit, Liam pulls Asuna into his pocket dimension, saving them both from the attack. When the toad runs out of energy, they defeat it. Later, as they return to the guild with the toad's magic stone, the guild master is surprised at how easily they completed the A-rank mission. However, the master makes the mistake of overlooking Asuna's participation, referring only to Liam. She gets annoyed, but the master suggests that Liam make her his familiar to strengthen her. Both hesitate, but the master explains that, as Liam's familiar, Asuna will grow in power proportionally to him. Asuna agrees, trusting Liam. After forming the contract, she disappears and quickly reappears, explaining that she has gained a unique ability, Speedster. Intrigued, Liam wants to test this again. Asuna suggests her friend Jody, who agrees to become Liam's familiar. After the contract, Jody's unique ability is revealed. She can heal people through the food she prepares. Days later, Jam informs Liam that Princess Scarlet will be visiting him. Liam doesn't understand why she'd be interested in him, but Jam reminds him that he completed an A-rank mission, can cast 11 spells at once, and grants unique abilities to his familiars. The princess wants to see his familiars' abilities in action, but Liam refuses, saying he won't turn them into circus attractions. Later, it's revealed that the maid who served them during the conversation was actually the princess. She finds it interesting that Liam has the courage to challenge royalty to protect his friends and wants to see if he'll do the same when facing her directly. And so, episode 2 ends. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss the next one.